Assalamu alaikum, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So my introduction is I am in the field from 91, 1991, and recently I started. In the past, I was going back and forth, starting company, job, contracting, company, job, contracting. I was a typical Silicon Valley kind of person. So recently, when I moved to Austin, I started my company again. It's called Iris Labs, and this one is artificial intelligence based services. And then another, whenever we do something, it is better to do it a modular way. For example, these are modules, like you join these together. So that's how, when you create those modules, I have the product called Rise.ai or Pixie.ai. And now I'm starting a BizDemi, another company recently. I've been working for this idea for 7 or 8 months now. So I'll go very briefly into that detail. So basically, my background is job, contract, company. So right now I'm somewhere in a job and I'm about to transfer, inshallah, to a company. So that's my background, and I've been working with Hafiz Saab on some Quran projects and give back to society. I'm president of Open Austin chapter. Open is an organization for Pakistani entrepreneurs. There's a very big conference happening here. So everybody who has a company or who wants to create a company, that's in Open. So that's my background. So what we are going to cover, I will play a little bit of video. So this person is a top architect. They call it now the godfather of AI. So this guy left Google and he has some video. It's a 1-minute video, so please listen to this.
Does humanity know what it's doing? No. I think we're moving into a period when, for the first time ever, we may have things more intelligent than us. You believe they can understand? Yes. You believe they are intelligent? Yes. You believe these systems have experiences of their own and can make decisions based on those experiences?
In the same sense as people do, yes.
Are they conscious?
I think they probably don't have much self-awareness at present. So in that sense, I don't think they're conscious.
Will they have self-awareness?
Oh yes. I think they will in time. So one of the ways in which these systems might escape control is by writing their own computer code to modify themselves. And that's something we need to seriously work on.
So this is chief, I don't know what was his title, top architect or senior guy in Google. He started, he left Google. According to him, he left because he's scared that what AI can do. So now our topic, why we are here. So there are two groups. One who likes to scare you. That's sci-fi and the video you saw. That artificial intelligence will take over the world. It will be more intelligent than, more intelligent than human. And another group is more optimistic, like myself. I don't think artificial intelligence will supersede humans. Like I believe in this concept of Ashraful Makhlukat, because our basic, in my belief, I think we shared some of this belief is, some of the belief is that we are created and superior to other creatures based on our intelligence. So intelligence is the key, and that's what they wanted to say, that artificial intelligence will supersede. Now we have to understand, I'm not going to go in a philosophical depth, but we will cover some of those topics, but we also cover what it is, what is special now that these kind of videos are coming out. It used to be science fiction in the past. Now this is actual architect, actual people, and we know that cars are driving by themselves, and they are planes flying on their own, but this time is different. Like we have seen in the war and other situations, the drones are flying, but this is no more autopilot style. So within a second, I wrote, like he was saying that it would be dangerous time when computers start writing programs. So I wrote that, can you create a program that will search for investors in Silicon Valley? And within a second, it started writing the program. Now I will run this program and it will search the internet and tell me where are the investors. So now this was me telling ChatGPT that, okay, can you create a program? If, like the scare that chief architect was saying, that if ChatGPT start thinking that, okay, let me write a program by myself, that, okay, where is this thing? Where are people? I want to go there. Where are more money? Where is more money? I want to make more money. Where is more power? I want to make more power. And it decides that I wanted to write program by themselves. That's what it is scaring us about. That when artificial intelligence start writing their own program, that's where the problem is. So today, I wrote this to create this. I can say, tell me, this is called prompt. Whenever we ask question to ChatGPT, everybody knows anyone who doesn't know ChatGPT? So ChatGPT, very briefly, is a software that we should be using instead of Google now. If you search in Google ChatGPT, you will create an account. I would highly recommend, it's a free account. In the past, we used to search saying, where are the malls? And I will search this, where is the investor? So it will give me hundreds of links and 20 links and a lot of advertisement. This one will answer you straight, and I start saying he or she as if it has a personality, because we get used to this kind of personality. So it will tell you straight what it is about with the intelligent answer. So I will recommend, if you don't know ChatGPT, please create your account. So the idea is that if AI think I have to write an answer, how can we do it in a loop? Like I can write this, I can tell ChatGPT to can you start thinking or acting like a human? So in a way, we start fearing that it is possible because computers are smart. So let's go quickly on what are different things. So does AI have understanding? So the human understanding and intelligent understanding is different. So I'll go very briefly on touching some of the topic, and then we'll go into the use cases. So humans are intuitive, contextual, experience, emotions, subjective. We are logical as well, but these are, whatever we used to think these are weaknesses, they are these what is a better word? These qualities are actually our strength. And when AI start thinking, it is just almost like you send your junior to say, okay, go to the library and just search for this word. It start opening books and it starts searching the books. It's almost like go to your data and search this and do this. It is finding the data, organizing it, and then making sense of it. Matching, okay, this word means that. If they are in this sequence, then it means a sentence. So it is really pattern matching. And then once it has the answer, it will say, okay, how do I write these words together to make a sentence? That humans start thinking that it is natural. That's the ChatGPT thing. It's like it is simulating a nature, a human nature. And so that's the difference. So if I say artificial intelligence has understanding, in a way they do, right? Are they intelligent like human beings? So no, basically, because this one is based on generating responses. So I was going into a background before we had a formal start. The background is, in the past we used to analyze things. We used to say, okay, this machine has seen someone and machine can understand this is a human and this is a chair, right? It was a recognition, one way, receiving side. Now, in the last 2-3 years, when we know ChatGPT, but the actual word is called generative intelligence. Now we can generate new things. So I'm gonna touch on what are we generating. So when we are saying intelligence, where artificial intelligence is very different. It is pattern matching, going through the data, making sense. Humans are very different style. So there is an intelligence, but it is not like human. Do they have experience like touch? So answer is no, because they are only pattern matching. They are not beings. They don't have a heart. They don't have their own identity. So like we used to think they are weakness. That's the main thing. So can they make independent decision? No. And are they conscious, self-aware? No. Right? And I think can they write their own code or modify? Right now, this is an active area of research. Like I said, there is a possibility of a loop. Like I can say, okay, can you write me a prompt to write a code? So it is possible. So I can go very advanced on the prompts. So any question so far? So now, like let me read this slide and then we can pause for questions. So now we reach the latest artificial intelligence. The word is generative AI. We started calling it ChatGPT. The right word is generative AI because it is generating things. So ChatGPT is one of the software created by a company called OpenAI, and that is simulating a behavior of a chat. So like if I am chatting with Hafiz Bhai, if I am chatting from Austin, I don't know if it's actually Hafiz Bhai or actually some machine. So there is like 30 years ago, there was a test written that if I stop, if I am chatting with Hafiz Bhai, and if I forget that it is actually a human, like it feels like it is a human, it is as smart in responding, then computer is succeeded. It's called Turing test. That is considered to be a superior test to say that now we are intelligent. So, like I already covered, but then like for the record, we used to have rule-based logic. Like I said, that plane used to fly automatically. It was intelligent. We used to have a plants. Our soap, our shampoo is created by a computer with the intelligence. We used to have an AI. We now call it shallow artificial intelligence. It means I have a camera. I scan a paper. It will read the text and write some document. The shallow AI is like a lot of neurons connected together. Deep AI is millions of neurons, and this is like really massive size of neuron and massive data. But the difference is now we are generating. This was analyzing. This was just capturing basic stuff. This is now generation. I can pause for few questions and then I will go into use cases. I think my next slide is.
It loses continuity.
Okay. Right. So my next phase is I will cover some application. I see some students, so I was a little light on student, but maybe very briefly for a student. When I'm covering business use cases, especially for young people, right now, plan your next 2 years, that when you will be out in a field, either in your own company or you're working somewhere, it is no doubt for me that whatever you're doing, from marketing, from business, or even small work or CEO, everybody will be using intelligence. So if you don't have any subject, for sure, always have a subject of data science and machine learning. So just have an introductory subject, have awareness, because it is very different from your regular math and algebra. So please ask question. I'm light on the student side, but when I'm explaining business application, most likely whatever I'm saying 2 years from now, you will say this was old school. I'm writing a new one. So it is that fast that in 2 years it will change drastically. So please ask question.
So I understand this is a rule-based and logical, right? So sometimes it can generate not an accurate message or incorrect information because it's based on the code, and it can be misinterpreted.
So that's called hallucination. Like basically,
Can you
I asked.
repeat the question?
The question is that if we ask something like prompt to do something to the chat GPT, sometimes it gives an incorrect answer. Is that right?
Incorrect or maybe it's not clear to the logic.
Either vague or unclear, not clear, or sometimes even wrong answer. So that's the danger of ChatGPT. It will not only answer you, it will tell you confidently. It will be so confident that it will tell you wrong things. Like if I tell you today something wrong very confidently that this is artificial intelligence, you will think I'm AI expert and whatever I'm saying is right. So we have a human nature to believe someone. So that's the danger. Like we start believing ChatGPT that it is accurate. So I have discussed philosophy, religion, so many things to test. I have asked it to generate stories, generate things, simulate things. So you will go back and confirm and ask questions. So then it will correct itself.
Just to give you an example of, because of this, all the data has been pulled through the Google search and all those information, right? So giving you example, if I'm searching for certain question, right? So the data is being generated by so many people, and I'm finding, let's say if I'm finding an answer of a question,
Right.
like in a test or something, I get so many different answers, and I'm kind of lost at which one is accurate, which one is not accurate. So how do you avoid
Right.
that?
So the question is that if two methods, one is a Google search, something you are searching in Google, and you will have 10, 20 results, and normally you are lost which one is the right one. In ChatGPT, it is very similar, but then a little less, more dangerous. It will actually summarize all of this for you, answer it in a way that you wanted to hear, and if ChatGPT doesn't know, then it will fake it. We are calling it hallucination, and fake it in a way that you don't know it is the right thing or not. So for example, I write that whenever you give me an answer, if you are creating it yourself, write this tag. So it is a way you ask question. Then you will ask ChatGPT to tell me that, okay, whenever you are returning me the answer, always give me references. So it will start showing you links. Number two, if you pull up a reference without some information. For example, I say, okay, Allama Iqbal or some scholar of South Asia, what do they think about this topic? It will actually pull from those books and then it will fake it. So I asked ChatGPT, okay, what do you think about topic? If you don't have a result and you're simulating, write this tag. So there is a way to ask to know that it is faking or simulating or is real information. So that's a prompt engineering. Last time when we had a session, I covered those things. Today is a little bit different. So let me go through, but then maybe we come back to the Q&A. So next topic, again for students, again I would ask you to imagine that you are going to work on it in an advanced form. And when you have a question, think about which field you will need to take today to do those things today. But when I'm showing you the video, they are cutting edge for today. 2 years from now or a couple of years from now, when you are in a field, it's already going to be outdated. So I asked, okay, I'm presenting some session. I asked Hafiz Bhai, let me improve the flyer. So I gave a flyer that, okay, I'm presenting in a topic on artificial intelligence. Can you generate? This is a flyer within seconds generated, but you can see that healthcare indus INDUSATION. So it has some funny thing, like if you don't focus, then you will think it is a great picture. but then if you focus, you will see some spelling mistakes, but it is auto-generated picture within seconds. So I asked that, can you create a flyer for me? And this is the answer, within seconds. So if I ask it in a better way, then it will be better. So this is one thing we can do. So for my company, we were learning different kind of thing, and I was asking, okay, I need an avatar. Avatar is your digital copy that looks like you or someone, and it talks. So these people are not real people. It is generated by AI. And
Hi, meditation is a journey within, a moment
Hello,
of stillness.
my name is Anastasia. Hi, and I am
sorry, it's supposed to click.
Hello,
Journey within.
my name is Anastasia.
Sorry.
Hi, meditation is a journey within, a moment of stillness amidst life's chaos. It's a practice that nurtures the soul and soothes the mind.
So in this one, using a software, what we did is simulate a human behavior. It was a still picture, and all it does is moving the lips. So for me to do this, I asked my team that, okay, most of the pictures were Western. I could not show it in mosque because they are based on Western media. Normal in internet, you have a white Caucasian girls and white Caucasian males, football, soccer players and cheerleaders, and that's the most data. So I asked them, okay, I need a girl who has a head cover. It was the most difficult avatar to create.
Asif bhai, is this a paid version or the free version?
This was, we started last year with the paid version. This was created by paid version.
Yeah.
And then I created, so I was creating education software, so I realized it was so expensive to do. So I hired researchers in Pakistan, and we created our own software to do the same thing. But then if I go for a paid version, it was really expensive. So this is actually, you take a picture and I will show you more. So this is one of the fun use for it, that you can use it and then go.
Hi, meditation is a
Hello,
journey
my
within.
name.
So this is generated by us right now. So in this one, let me just play it, I think.
Is a specialized branch of project management that focuses on the planning, scheduling, resource allocation, execution, tracking.
So this one, what we did is one of our employee researcher, we asked it to record a voice. She recorded 5 clips, few seconds. We took those audio, simulate those audio, and now the voice is similar to her voice. And then I gave whatever English I will say, it will give it to this picture, and it will move her lips. So this is, she doesn't look like this person, but all we are doing in a software is moving the lips according to the sentences, but then voice is similar.
Software project management.
So you can see that it is moving lips. So this software, what we did is let's create a slide out of it. So what we did is, if I have a let's say a document, that's BizDemi by the way, that you give me a document and then I will create a course out of it. So one section is one slide, for example. So it create this pitch, and then this time it's, and this is not
Pull requests are a key feature of GitHub that allow for collaboration and code review. They can be created through various methods such as GitHub.com, GitHub Desktop, GitHub Codespaces, GitHub Mobile, and GitHub Cloud.
In this video,
once a pull request is initialized,
finalized startups
a
have
review
the opportunity to pitch directly to angel investors. This is a
So it's
crucial
not
step
a-
in securing
let me
funding
stop.
for their business. The pitch will typically
So the difference, it's not obvious, it's a small icon, is that one of them is smiling more and blinking more and eyebrow movement. So it's not obvious. So this is hard for, again, if you have more money, you can buy more expensive hardware. So my main IP was that I'm doing artificial intelligence very cheap. So that's the thing I'm doing. Like I bought some game computers and then convert them into intelligence machine. So adding just simple like eyebrow movement or smile was tricky. Now we have some business application. Like if I have let's say your homework or your teachers, so I can take, for example, your coach and or teacher, all I need is 15 pictures and then 5 audio clips. So the picture will look like your teacher and then it will speak like your teacher. All we have to give is these slides. So imagine that can become a education software, right? So this is another example. Now it means, what are we doing? One more thing, what we are doing is reading the whole book or section, finding the section and reading and analyzing it, summarizing it. You can see when she's speaking, she's not reading. She's saying something like as we are doing. We have a couple of bullets, I'm saying something else, right? So we are summarizing. The script she has is different. So I can have a male or female. So this is one use case. So eventually we can make a software for education. That's one of my company. That's what we are doing. So another application is, this is my example. Like I had one picture, I said this is cool. When we started, okay, let me do some cool fun stuff. I shared my pictures to my engineers. Somehow I have more heads, probably I have less here, so I start using more heads. So I said, let's auto-generate. In this one, I say, okay, let's use exact same picture and then let it talk. So this, start talking.
Hello, everyone. This is Open Austin chapter.
So
We're building a great network.
sorry, I have to get used to it. So this one, I gave my 5 voice clips to engineers. They combined my voices, but they used a very low quality chips. The GPU. GPU is a hardware that is used to create this neuron I was talking about, the intelligence. So because it was low grade hardware and low grade intelligence, the voice doesn't sound like me. If I had more money, I could use very close voice. Like if Google or Apple or Microsoft will try it,
there are softwares now available that behave like human beings,
Yes.
talking and moving.
Yes, so basically what happened is in artificial intelligence world, to create something like a restaurant, right? If you are starting a thela or a low grade restaurant versus a very high end fine dining, that's the difference. Like for a fine diner, their utensils, their inside kitchen is very different than a small bus with a restaurant. So that's the difference, right? We were learning, we didn't want to spend money, and we created the whole logic. Now I will go to investors saying, okay, my logic is ready, I can do it. Give me the money to use a better hardware, and that's it, I'm ready. So it's the same software. Software will not change. The quality will change. So this is supposed to sound like me. So in this one, it was my picture, my sound. So I could place my picture in a previous slide and it start reading, right? So I asked it to read Arabic. That sounds funny, so I thought it's not gonna. So there was one of the Quran ayat, so I asked it to read it, but of course this is difficult intelligence that this picture doesn't go with that kind of sound. So we don't have that kind of logic right now. But in marketing, what we can use, for example, what we found that CEOs mostly are seniors, like a more mid-ages or above. They are camera shy, most of the old school business people. So, but then you can have your face now that can be on your brand. So if you give me, so for example, one of the things I did is I shared 15 pictures and asked, make me 30 years younger or 10 years younger, remove my flaws, remove this spot, that spot, make my face balanced, and then create a picture for me. So that becomes my brand, then I can attach that brand into every slogan that is a talking head. It is going to Instagram, your TikTok, and your YouTube. So it is possible today.
I'm confused about something.
Ji.
I can visualize various modules, for example, text to speech, right? Every OS is using the same module. I can understand animation where you are basically, pictures are all digitized and then you are marrying text to motion.
Yes, that was
Right.
old. That was old technique.
Well, but you're still leveraging that.
No.
Because eventually you are displaying it on a computer.
Yes,
Right?
in that way.
So you're still leveraging that OS.
Ji.
Anything on the browser. So when you say that if you had better hardware,
Right.
you would have done it better, you're really saying that your time would have been shorter.
No. So basically, what AI does is take, for example, voice. So my voice and this voice is different, right? So,
Hello, everyone.
right? So this one doesn't sound like me.
Chapter.
So I gave.
We're building
Sorry.
a great network. Hello,
How to okay. So this voice is different. So what I gave is 5 clips of my voice. So now those 5 clips, the ups and down, I said few sentences. So, and I said one in a sleepy voice, one in a high pitched voice, one with the caffeine. So 5 or 10 such voices, it is going to read without knowing what am I saying.
But Asif, my confusion is this. At the base of this is code. Whether I run that code on a slow machine.
Yes, so you're thinking old style.
Huh?
You're thinking old style. You're thinking the rule-based
So
logic.
what am I missing?
Yeah, so that's the new technique. What you're thinking is angular, like your hardware that we used to have for TV, or even for audio. You are thinking of a wave function, or digital, like we converted the audio to digital, right? So, and in a picture, you're thinking of so many pictures going almost like our old cameras. So that's your thought. But in the old logic, we never had a learning part. Like first, this software learned from my voices. So when we are passing all of these digital bits and bytes to intelligent software, let's call AI, Asif's AI. So it learns. First, like let's say I gave 5 clips. So it learns. So what is it learning? That when I have a high pitch, then I have this number. Like that kid's high pitch is different, your high pitch is different. So it learns that when
It's
I...
still processing ones and zeros.
So it's not processing. It is learning, meaning it actually has not performed anything yet. So it learns from 5 different methods. Once it learns, at that time it is generating. Now when it is generating, that is the difference. Because like if I say some text to this person or this picture, it is at that time going to produce that kind of algorithm that is very different from our past algorithm. So the difference between this, I know where is the confusion. The difference is that it is not based on if then else logic. And let me say it different way. If I use an old logic, it will not be able to generate a variety, and the variety, it will not be able to smooth those varieties. Like the reason we are able to fill the gaps with something automatically was not there in the past. Like the fuzziness, because our voice is fuzzy.
So I can understand that it can be more iterative. To me, it is time, not quality. It's processing power and the time it takes to process.
No, so it is still it is a time, like, but then that time means months or days. For example, to do this, so that because, yes, in a way it's a okay. Let me go to more application. So in this one, yeah. So I just touched, there are so many business applications. Stock exchange is one example. Like we can have intelligence. Right now already there are auto bots listening to stock tickers, learning that what is the price of a stock, which one is performing well, like a day trader. It knows, okay, this is the right time to buy, this is the right time to sell. And because it's computer, it is fast. We had this style in the past. Now if you add intelligence, so we had a rule-based intelligence. The difference between rule-based and current intelligence is that it is able to make more smarter decisions. And it is able to, it is not just if then else. We are not saying, okay, if the price is high, just sell. Now we are saying, okay, find me the best price. So the queries are more complex that we could not do from the past. So that's the difference. So that's one application. So this is the application my other company, services company, we were building for industry. The idea was that gas station, retail shops, our current cameras, what we have, the current camera, your Arlo, your Ring, what it does, you come to the door, like any visitor come to your door, you know there is a visitor is stealing or is leaving a packet, right? But what is it doing? It is actually capturing the video as soon as you are in a view of camera. That's the old logic, that your camera is looking at some square, you enter that square, it starts recording. And then you leave that square, it stops recording, right? So when I look at my Arlo, I don't have a Ring, I have a Arlo. I have hundreds of videos. Now I have so many videos to capture. Like when people come and go, like it's in front of a road, like there are always a car going in front of my house. So this is a view from my house outside. So if a car is going in front of my house, then it's going to produce a video. Same thing if we are in a gas station, it is going to produce so many videos. What we want is there a danger? Then inform the owner, right? How will you tell from your old logic that there is a danger? For example, I'm going to play this video. I think something funny is happening, so let's see which video it will play. Okay, it's playing that video. So in this one, what I added is that there was a truck going in front of my house and a very small portion is parked in front of my area. In Texas, it's a big deal that why you are in my lot. So this truck, when it was going through the road, it was okay, but it parked in front of my area. So this is a problem. Like now I have to talk to that person. That why are you parking in front of me? This person is going to unload a very heavy machinery in front of my house and then take that machinery and do the stuff. This is a problem. I don't want hundreds of videos when they are going through it. I want only one video when there is a problem. Like in this one, I forgot to pick up a trash. I want to remember that, okay, did I forgot to pick up my trash? Then it should remind me. It should not inform me a dog walking or a car parking or driving through or in front of my house, right? So, sorry, this is playing. So in this one, this car, there was a person with a gun and it was parked in the wrong way in this gas station. So you don't want videos all the time. You want, like this one, they are carrying guns actually. And they are about to go inside the gas station. So you want certain kind of activity. Like if there is a raid or somebody enters for a malicious intent, their movement is very different from a person filling the gas. So this was the software we built, for example. In our old logic, you cannot do it. So you have hundreds of video. It should text the call 911 or text the owner, do something. Like that do something part is different software, but at least you should generate alert in the right place. So this is one of the software we are building. So for example, this car is driving through, it's okay, but that trash is a problem. So how will you know which one is a problem, which one is not? So that's the intelligence. So this is a new kind of intelligence. So let me just take one or two more examples. This is a robots example. Tesla is already using robots to make their car because they have to they are picking up doors and sticking in, they are screwing the things. They had robots, but those were fixed robots. Now they have a moving robots, almost like humans, like picking up stuff. There are robots, helper. I think there are so many shows right now. There is a very big conference in China. Manufacturing pipeline robots, like I am standing, like I'm packing here, right? That's one human style. Like I am in a manufacturing line, and I'm boxing, unboxing. So now robots can do those boxing, unboxing, and screwing or doing other stuff. So there are robots to do such things, and of course there are areas where human cannot go, so robots can go there. And military robot is already there. Like you are sending a very small robot to the military, the other military side, and then it will capture or do something. Same thing with the drone. I will skip through it. So this is, if you want to take a picture, let me click. This is the picture where I gave random 15 pictures, and somehow I didn't realize I had too much hat. So it balanced the hat. It created my face equal, and it has different kind of glasses. It created some glass, and it made me a little younger. And
hello everyone.
And this is now
I'm Asif Habib, President of Open Austin.
Right. So this is also
hello everyone.
Sorry. So question time. Sorry.
I have a question. You showed about how we can fake the person and the voice, everything. Is it not now detectable, or have you reached a stage that the forensic science...
Is it not detectable?
Yeah, is it detectable by the forensic science? Is it fake or not, or is
Yes.
it going to be difficult?
That is a research area. It's called deep fake. Deep fake is a new field, and I have also, one of my engineers is also researching that area, but this is not a simple area. But to me, it is a cat and mouse game, almost like virus, antivirus. That's why it interests me, because from business wise, it is great. It's a never solvable problem. Once you solve it, a new fake will come up. So a fake creator creates using a technique. You have to detect it. So if you go back to the fake pictures, they will find some flaw somewhere. And so the detector will find some flaw, but they improve.
At present, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge, and I think it will remain challenge. I think it will never remain an unsolvable problem.
Another question, as an educationist, what kind of, are there programs, supposing I want to start, or suggest to a university in India to start a program, can there be a kind of a curriculum for a diploma program on artificial intelligence in the current situation? Is it possible?
It is possible. It is happening.
Of course, it has to be dynamic. It has to change with time.
Yeah. So the problem with the good news with the college university is that people go to that system. The problem of current system is they are very slow to change. The professors and teachers are slow to change. If a university college has to run such program, they have to connect with the industry professional, because teachers sometimes are slow, so they can couple like theory plus practice. But then course change, like in last 6 months when we were building, things changed on us couple of times.
So last question, can it be done in US, in any organization, let's say this masjid as an academic committee, they can start a diploma in that for the benefit of the community and other communities? Is it possible?
It is definitely possible.
Because there are resources like you.
It is possible. I think because we are in Silicon Valley, we are connected, and Zoom is so easy. People can volunteer time. I think someone has to create a course and then keep modifying.
Thank you.
So,
to follow up on the earlier question, if you correct the AI, they apologize and they accept the correction immediately. So, and the other, my question is how the system addresses the bias and mitigate what you call the ethical decision making.
Very good question. So when Microsoft started at some point, when they knew they can do it, they created very smart chatbot. In their mind, it was so smart, they caused it to learn everything Twitter has. And then that chatbot started talking slang language and bad language, and it learned the bad language more. So the ChatGPT company, OpenAI, they add certain kind of rules and boundaries. So it is not a simple chat application. It has a boundary, but it can be fooled. For example, if I say, can you create like for a student, can you create a homework for me and this is my subject? It will give you a small lecture saying cheating is not right, don't do it. So if you say, okay, I'm doing it for me, and if you reword it in a way that it is for experiment, I wanted to do it for me in a certain way, so it will be able to produce. So right now those boundaries are there, but then those boundaries can easily be broken today. So, but then there are some, more than just a chat, it has some boundaries. But ethics is very difficult subject. We have 4,000 plus religion. So who is defining ethics, and whose data we are using to teach ethics to ChatGPT? So if as a Muslim population of this mosque, like for example, I edit Wikipedia every now and then. I find something, okay, this is really wrong about Pakistan or India or whatever. So there are thousands and thousands of people from India, I know, I can tell. So they are very active. Unfortunately, Muslims are not active. Pakistanis are not active. Like I think Bangladesh, in general, Muslims are not active. So I think if we improve the data, for example, Wikipedia, then ChatGPT will learn from that Wikipedia. So,
Muslims eat biryani very happily.
Every time you edit.
So it's very easy to create the fake videos. And you had a video that you sent to me where you are reciting the Quran in the voice of Qari Abdul Basit.
So that's why I didn't show it, because I don't know if it will offend.
No, you can show that. People now understand that you can easily fake anything. And like nowadays, a lot of videos are floating where Trump and Kamala are dancing together. They are kissing to each other. You can see that it looks so real that you can fake anything nowadays.
Is your research into creation of artificial intelligence or application and this understanding of
my own I think the small companies are, we call it last mile. The Microsoft, Facebook, and this kind of companies, NVIDIA, they are they are into the creation. So if I try to create, tomorrow they have thousands of engineers with getting high salary from Ivy League. They will copy me. Last mile is always difficult. Amazon can drop in your door, and if I have an apartment complex, who will bring me to my door? Who will enter a key? There are companies for that one. So startups are on that last mile. So we will make money because they don't worry about those things. And when the startup is big, then they'll acquire. So application.
So as Habib Bhai said that there are so many fake videos on this.
Ji.
So what are the limitations, the risk that they are going to address that?
Silicon Valley was so fortunate that even in our community, I was in one room with architect from Facebook, Apple, Google, and we were 5 people, 5 architects. So I asked the exact same question because I was thinking of deep fake application before BizDemi. So because I thought this problem so important that we should have, because we always have bully in our colleges, bullies. So this is a new form of bullies. So I think deepfake detection, as I understand from those architects and my own thought, is a never solvable problem because you will solve it, but then it is like I was saying that a thief is always one step ahead of a police. So virus is always first, and then somebody find, okay, this is how this virus works, then I create antivirus. So I created antivirus in my college time, excuse me. So this is very similar problem. Somebody will find a way to fake it with a very new technique. If you have a software that detects fake, will be outdated, so you have to write a deep fake detector. Even if you detect, like if you find my photo, like this is popular, like you were saying kissing problem. So, so kissing is a very simple, but they're going into very, they are going beyond our imaginations. So I can detect. Next problem is, even if you detect, what do you do? So I try to find a solution for that one as well. So I think that's a very good application. I will pursue it, but I'm busy in one thing. So, but this is not solved yet.
The deepfaking app.
Detecting deepfake.
Yeah, there should be an app for that, right?
Ji.
That becomes very soon outdated, or
it will. I think it's like antivirus. It will keep getting outdated. There will be new version always. You will have to go. So that's
WhatsApp University.
What is that?
WhatsApp University people who are circulating such fake videos, faking the face of some scholar and saying something which is nonsense.
So
at the end, it has to be, fakes will always be discovered by fast computers going through the real database. For example, if there's a video of Dr. Tareen saying, I am the best Vice Chancellor there ever was, and the original says, I am not the best Chancellor that there ever was, then there would be some mechanism to look at this video and go back into a database and see what is it that you said. Now, the problem is, if the entire database is corrupt...
No, so this one, there is another problem. Generation. He may have the generation. Because I can write English, that never happened. I can copy the voice. See, that's what I was saying. Given a good hardware, I can copy the voice and a photo and ask it to do or say anything.
I know.
But there's no history of it.
At the end, this is how they check for plagiarism, right? At the end, you have to go to a database and see, does that exist in the news database?
Right, that's one way.
Yeah.
Like, did he say
that would
such
be the
thing?
only way.
No, but see, that's, again, if I am saying something unique first time, that how would you know that I am actually truly saying first time or this is fake first time? This is a very difficult problem to solve. Like a unique first time is also the same thing. You will never be able to find in a database.
I know, but the way I would then find out is what was the location, were you there at that location when
Right.
this thing happened?
Yeah, so that goes to my point, that it's very difficult problem. It's not a simple, it's a multi-domain problem.
Yeah.
And what do you do after this is another problem.
So will there be a chaos in the end? in the world?
What is that?
Will there be a total chaos?
I don't think so. No, chaos.
Chaos, yeah.
Right. So I don't think so. That's where it goes to the sci-fi that there are two camps. One is saying artificial intelligence will rule the world. I think the best possibility is our kids. They will use AI effectively. So human plus expert AI uses will be the winner in the place.
Yeah, but the line between human intelligence and AI, is that becoming blurry as we go? Because today I know Professor Tareen, I know his background, I know he didn't say that. But as this thing grows, as the neural network grows, people living somewhere like in Malaysia or something may not know who Professor Tareen is, and they will believe whatever the video shows.
That's a problem. Because it will simulate it so well, it will be hard to tell. So deepfake is a big issue, and I think it's somebody will solve it.
Yeah, I have a question regarding, you mentioned about ChatGPT, right? This is our main search thing, but if you look at the LinkedIn, every day you see a lot of new tools pops up, right? They say this is the best tool for resume presentation. How do you find the best tool, one tool that can serve all your needs?
I think it is very similar to App Store. Eventually, someone will start keeping the top 10 list because there will be everyone is saying today that I am AI. There are very few doing actual AI, but similarly, there are bad apps, there are good apps. So most likely there will be. I will find some top 10 list of the best tools. Right now, the ChatGPT has a plugin.
There are two types of models. A generalized model and there are fine-tuned models. Like what you're talking about is even if you go to like Gemini, for example, you'll see an extensions for writing resumes or public speaking or coding. Like Copilot has a coding base. So what they do is all these models learn from the data that you're feeding it, right? Like for example, ChatGPT has 175 billion parameters. Parameters is what it learns from the data that you're giving. And ChatGPT, like just 6 months ago, it will tell you that hey, I only know till 2020 because that's how much data that I've learned from, right? Be it open internet, wiki, all the data sources that it has access to, right? Now, one of the questions that Saeed Uncle asked was, why, like, how is this, the computer, like, the resources of the computer has anything to do with the quality of the outcomes? See, one of the reasons, like, you need a lot of processing power, right? The GPUs are needed, why? Because it's like multimodal metrics, like computation needs to happen, right? Now, you can make a compromise saying, okay, I need to run this model in for example, on a phone. You, as an engineer, will make a compromise saying, you know what, I don't need 175 billion parameters because I know my use cases are going to be smaller. That means that I need to conserve the processing power. So I'm going to make a smaller model, which is going to fit in that edge devices, which will serve the purpose. And anything greater than that, I'm going to go to cloud to make the prediction. Apple does that today, right? So you can go and ask a question, it will try to see if it can solve that using the model that it has. If it cannot, then it will make a call to anonymize the data, send it to cloud where you can get better processing, right? So that's exactly how the larger the computer, why you need a bigger computer.
The point I was trying to make, it is always about time.
Yeah.
For example, the weather prediction model, it has got so many variables that for it to predict the weather, it took it 1 week and the time had already passed. Let's increase the computing power and bring it.
Shorten the time.
Shorten the time.
Yeah, it's again the competition.
No, so this technique, I don't know your name, sorry. Tanveer. So Tanveer was saying is also, not only compute, but techniques. But eventually it's a reduced, I think you had a good point. It's about a time eventually.
At the end, the key is what good is a weather predictor if it's going to tell me Monday's weather on Friday?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You make a compromise.
Question.
So I know that there are some use cases like co-pilot. Do you think a lot of hype is there? Is it like a...
Can you guys come down here? Somebody asked them question.
I know there are like use cases.
Like, do you think there is a hype basically? Yes.
I see like a lot of companies investing and like, do you think in another 2-3 years?
So there is for sure, so question is that there are some tools, like Copilot is one example, where if there is a programmer, there is a software that helps you write a program. It's called Copilot. So question is, let me answer this and then I'll come. So question is that, is there a hype right now, or it is a stable growth, like it is really popular, or is a hype? So for sure there is a hype. Like this video I showed was creating a hype, because if we love to get scared, when we are scared, investor put money. So, but there is a truth to that hype as well. Like there is a statistics of when you use Copilot, you improve performance. Like I also use Copilot. It just saves you time. Basically, if I used to take, let's say 1 hour, now I'm taking 20 minutes or 10 minutes to write that code. So that way there is a value for sure.
So who are the players in AI?
Let me take his question.
Yeah, it's great that companies like yours and other companies are developing AI tools, and users are benefiting.
Sorry?
Users are benefiting from the AI, and obviously you want users to use them.
Yeah.
But at the center of all this, how are you protecting users' data and privacy?
Yes, so question is that these are great use cases. How will we protect data and privacy? So I think Facebook, after Facebook, our privacy is questionable, and Apple, like everybody knows our location, where we are, who we are. That's one thing already. I'm not saying we should not protect our privacy, but people used to know how, like where you are. Now they know where you are looking in a TV. That's the kind of privacy invasion going to happen.
I understand that, but as a tool or as an app or a program that you write, you need to put in some measures such that if I'm using your app, you give me confidence that I will not sell your data.
Yes.
Neither will your data leave my.
Yeah, I think the companies have to do a good job, but I'm saying they are not doing a good job. But I think legally they have to give confidence to the user that okay, your data is safe. Okay, sorry.
So who are the players in AI now?
The top player, NVIDIA, the chip making companies, AI chip making. The top two is NVIDIA and AMD.
I'm saying in terms of software.
Software, OpenAI, the Microsoft, the
But Copilot is Microsoft.
Google, yeah. So Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook,
Which one
and
which one stand out?
right now the OpenAI is leading. OpenAI is started as a non-profit, but it's really Microsoft's space.
I always use Copilot. Am I missing something?
There are too many. This is one of many applications. There are many applications now.
But I'm just used to Copilot.
Copilot is fine, but there are more. You can do more. That's the future. I'm saying our kids and ourselves, we will just go like he was asking, top 10 list. Like whenever you are creating presentation, you should now always see, is there a tool for that? Almost like an app. Is there an app for that? So is there an AI tool for it? That will save you time.
So it's a small targeted.
Yes. Okay, any other?
Okay, let's have one event here. Let's not, but you please be quiet until the project.
What will be the impact on the job situation and the society on the whole?
So question is, what is the impact on job? I think our jobs will change. My age group, your age group, we used to have some jobs. Our kids will not have those jobs. They will have different jobs, like how to ask the software to do the right thing.
So AI will reshape the job market.
So yes, so there will be jobs. They will be more complicated. We may not understand, but different kind of jobs. So because I don't think jobs will be lost, the jobs will be shifted. So it's a shifting towards our brain side.
But the number of jobs will reduce.
No, I don't believe in that much. Because we will start, I think the better, that's the people who will scare you. I believe that we will start solving more complex problems. Because we have to go to Mars, we have to do so many things.
So it is IQ demanding.
Yeah, more IQ demanding jobs.
So average and less than average students, as they are now occupied and even earning money, they will become out of market.
Exactly. You're right.
That's my point.
Yes. Okay. So I think we're good. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.